What's up?
High five.
High five.
I'm just listening to Black Label Society here.
Oh yeah, I'll pump you up, I guess.
Touch my finger.
Look how dirty my hands are.
I told you you're actually working this.
Yeah, you're supposed to put toilet paper on first.
You really need to figure that out, how to get my finger to come through on the other side. That would be really funny.
You have to have somebody standing over on the other side.
Yeah,
like,
we need to do that one of these days.
yeah.
Touch something at him. So what is new with you guys this week?
Oh,
Today was a shit storm. You know
I got
what?
a bunch of news. I've been super busy.
What's your
Really?
news?
I'm absolutely lying. I went to Costco this week,
Hey,
and I went to Bevmo and got some beer. and
Drink your worries away.
pretty much we're dead, man. I've had 2 guys off this week for a couple days. We have like no work right now.
Man.
It's
Life. We're healthy. We got a lot of things to be thankful for, but we are dead slow.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll pick up soon once all this shit starts to clear away, you know. So
Yeah,
you doing
it is what it is. But anyways,
I had
anything fun happen this week?
yeah, go ahead. I'll let you start.
I got
Me?
toilet paper and paper towels at Costco. So
I don't even want to really tell the story, Joe,
What story?
because I never finished the story. Well, hold on.
Tell a story. It's a good story. Hey, shit, man. That's how we learn.
If it's a story about shit, we'd finish it.
No
Hey,
shit.
no,
Hold on,
Bill, I've changed my ways. No duty talk and no bad words.
Yeah, we were just saying while you were gone, Chris, we're like, yeah, that's all Chris ever wants to talk about. You ask him a question about refrigeration. He's like, well, you send me an email. I'll get back to you on that. Ask him a question about shit. He's like, well, let me tell you.
And it's
You
like-
sit right down here.
It's like, hey, Chris, we're trying to end the show. Can we curb this thing a little bit?
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about the blueberry incident this week because that was an incident.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, please don't.
So today I had it was a day. I thought it was gonna be a nice, easy day. This house I work at, it's a crazy house. It's got 20-some zones, almost 30 zones of radiant heat, and I had to change a pump. His goal was he sent me a video. He's like, the circulator pump is making a lot of noise. It's bad. I need to change this pump. All right. I'm like, all right. He's like, I want to go over to the ECM pump. All right. So I sized the pump compared to, because I knew he had a PL36. I sized the right pump. I come over there. I look at it. I'm like, all right. But it wasn't the pump first off. It was the zone valve making noise. It was the Honeywell zone valve was clicking. Click, 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 click. I'm like, and I always keep an extra zone valve on site. So I changed it like 2 seconds. Boom, done. It pops off. It's not even screws. Easy. And I told him, he's like, can you still put the pump on for me? And because he's all about energy.
Oh, is this the one with the flange? The guy made up the flange?
Yeah.
So is this that old house that guy's got more money than sense?
Thank God. Yeah.
Yeah.
I never seen that flange. So
He
who
made
did the
it.
flange? Who customized that?
The
Who
pipe
did-
fitter. The pipe fitter that supposedly, like, I got to tell you, this whole wall, this room is like artwork. It's the craziest thing, the coolest thing you've ever seen in your life.
Right.
But I go to change the pump, and this dude, he built the whole wall in his shop, and he brought it out. So what I like to do was when I'm like piping something, when I'm putting in a circulator pump, I barely tighten the nuts on the circulator pump. So you have a nice spacing in between it. This dude crushed and pancaked the gaskets, and then he piped everything and sweated everything together. So I'm there trying to get this pump out, jamming the freaking pump out, like with a mic in my face right now. And then the new pump is almost a 1/4 inch bigger, longer to get into place. What a shit show.
Oh yeah, you ain't cranking nothing with that big steel plate there.
No, so what do you do? You just like chop a little chunk out, or
So what I did was, which I wouldn't recommend it to many people, but what I did was that there was because there wasn't play to cut down on the pipes and change the spacing or anything. They had a ball valve. Inside the ball valve, they had a male adapter, male by fitting adapter. So the male adapter slid into the ball valve, which was sweated in. The flange was spun onto the male adapter, right? So what I did was, don't try this at home, but I cut portion of the hub, a little bit of the hub off the valve, like about a 1/4 inch-ish.
Nice.
And then I cut the male adapter down, slid
Some of
it
the
in,
threads?
sucked up some of them. Not the threads, the fitting portion that slides into the valve.
Okay.
Sweated it together, and I used a different flange that was like about an 1/8 inch shorter. It was still tight.
What you used to cut? Oh, everything was copper. No, the pump side was what kind of material? Was that?
It was what do you mean? It was
You cut some of the flange?
sword.
no, I unsweated that fitting, and then I cut the hub off of a portion of the hub off the valve, and then I used a new fitting, a new male adapter.
Shake my head like I know what's going on.
So, yeah.
Did you put pipe dope on that?
Mm-hmm.
I used pipe dope. I used Rector Seal. I would
Yeah,
have
we were
used
talking about that.
I would have used the brand new refrigeration technologies.
We don't have any.
That's what I had to go.
I mean,
Thanks, Chris.
I've been really hoping Chris or John Pastorello sent me that so I
bro.
could plug that in the show, but
You can't afford to buy yourself a $20 pipe
No,
dope.
it's expensive here, dude. And you know what? We know John is a good fan of the show, and you know you're buddy with him too. He could send some over.
buddies.
John, what are you waiting for, dude? We all want to use it.
I wish they sold that stuff in our supply houses, but
Yeah.
You gotta love the fact that it's clear, right? And you could just rub it on it. It's not yellow. It's not freaking whatever. And it has Teflon in it, dude. This stuff is awesome. So
can you taste it?
Do it. I bet it tastes like honey mustard.
No way. You guys are nuts, man.
it tastes like
Are you serious? You don't taste your pipe
Go
dope?
drink some beer.
I mean, come on. How do you know it's good?
it doesn't taste like anything.
No way.
It's like
It
poison. Dude. It doesn't taste like nothing, but it's gonna kill you.
doesn't taste like anything.
You
No,
remind me of Clive.
I-
Hey, Clive. Clive does the same thing on his channel. He's nuts. He does these.
John
Yeah,
probably doesn't appreciate the fact that I just stuck my finger in Nylog White and tasted it, but it doesn't taste like anything.
Yeah, but Clive would have mixed it into a drink and then
True.
lit it on fire and then drank it while it was on fire.
But the interesting thing about this, when you first put it on, you think like you have to glob it on. You really don't, but there will be leftover and you have to wipe it off because if you don't, you'll come back and it'll drip off. Like it stays that liquidy. It's not liquid. I mean, it's got a consistency of like
So-
glue.
My question is that good for gas?
Yes.
Is it good for plumbing?
It's a good
Yeah.
for indigestion.
It even says it on there: gas, water, air, and glycol. So they specifically said glycol because it can handle the low temps.
Hmm.
So and it's not going to harden. It's not a hard. I mean, it
I
stays.
was going to say that in the wintertime for us northern folks, it's not going to get hard and pasty in the truck.
It has Teflon in it too. So
And
I
definitely,
like
yeah.
it. I've been using it on a few things. I haven't really gotten it in a video or anything like that, but I've shown some pictures of it. But I do like it, and I like the fact I was watching Brian Orr. He's talking about this, and he had his guy Bert do something, and Bert made a really good point. He's like, just literally stick your finger in there and wipe it on the pipe, and it's not a big deal. It's not
Yeah.
gonna get stuck everywhere, and yeah,
So your hands don't look like this when you're done?
exactly. No, but you guys got to try that for sure.
I
I'm
will.
not going to eat it.
As soon as we get some.
I tell you what.
Yeah.
I tell you what.
All right.
If nobody sends you some, I'll go out on a limb and I'll send you guys some. See, I'll
Yeah, I'll bring some extra so we can give some away. too.
I'm kind of, but you can't use a discount code when you're sending it to us. We want full price bottles.
Mhm.
What difference does it make if I use a discount code?
They gotta give you a portion. They limit the
It feels
the
cheap.
quantity.
It
Yeah.
feels cheap. And we're not cheap.
Yeah.
We're not cheap whores.
Did you ever hear buy cheap, get cheap? That's not
Yeah.
what we're looking for here.
Yeah, we're not Harbor Freight type of people here.
I'm not a Harbor Freight kind of guy either.
Before I go on my rant and few commissioning this week, I want to show you guys something. You know what we should do every week? We should
No.
do for the new guys, or even for guys like us, whatever in here, to just talk about one tool that week, just that helped you out and why you like it.
Let's start off with you, Joe.
Yeah.
1 second, I'll be right back.
I have it. Yeah, I have it right here. It's a jumper, okay, alligator jumper. But look at these ends.
Those are big.
They're
Mhm.
not those damn slidey rubber things.
What brand is that, bro?
No idea. It's Amazon, bro. They're tough and they're long. I need some long ones. So I got every color. And I already used it twice. So again, I'll show you again. Look at these things.
What
So-
gauge
They're not
wire
as big
is
as you
that?
think they are, but
Can you
there
see?
you go.
Can we?
I need like 8 gauge jumpers.
That's like those slidey regular rubber.
Did you buy those off Wish? Did
Sorry?
you buy that from Wish?
No, Amazon. You could open them. You can't open those other ones. You
No.
can't open
They're
them.
never
Your
big
fingers
enough.
slide off. The alligator goes this way,
No.
one goes that way. No.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to say I've never really had a problem with my jumpers. I got the,
I do. I don't know. Maybe it's my
I got
fat
the
fingers. I don't know what
uncircumcised
it is.
ones you're talking about.
Yeah, they usually.
I like them.
suck.
I love them.
You're not circumcised either? What?
No.
No. I thought I mean, you've seen it, you know.
Yeah, I love making you guys stop. You guys were like, wait, what did he just say?
Master, that was funny. And they're silicone. They're not that hard. So it's. I
Mm,
need them.
you should wear them like a necklace.
Oh yeah, that's what the cool guys I've seen a lot.
Mhm.
So is it my turn to talk about a tool?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do
yeah,
it.
sure.
So I got two of these things, and I was like going back and forth for a while. I did finally break down and buy a Leatherman tool, and I actually do like it. I've been using it quite a bit. This is a Leatherman Charge.
Cool.
Titanium or something like that. I don't know. The cool thing is all the tools are accessible from the outside. So you don't have to open it to get to your knife. This stupid thing right here is actually part of the reason why I bought this, because I don't care about a saw. It has a saw in it. That's for cutting things. So if you ever open up like packages and they have that stupid ribbon on a pallet or something like that, you grab the other end of that ribbon with that when you pull it. I do dig that. I've been using this thing a lot lately. And then wire strippers and all that crap inside there.
Wire stripper?
Yeah, it has wire strippers and wire crimpers. Well, I take that back. Let me step back. It doesn't have this is not wire strippers right here.
I agree.
Conventional wire stripper, but it does have a crimper right here. The wire stripper, you're supposed to use one of these knife thingies or something.
What's the retail price on that useless tool?
$85.
I don't remember. Maybe $100 or something. The other one is this right here, rechargeable flashlight. I'm sick of changing batteries. This is a
Olight.
Phoenix PD.
Oh, dude. Are you serious?
Badass.
No. Do I have mine in my pocket? Hold on.
Love this thing. Rechargeable, and it gets super bright, but I don't use the super bright. So
this is the best rechargeable flashlight on the market right here. I mean, this brand. It's called Olight. It's a tactical. See, it's got a magnetic thing that you just pop on the bottom, hooked to USB. Psh, Joe uses them too. When you buy this, a lot of times they have sales, and then they sell you, or they give you with that.
They're a little pricey.
A smaller version where it holds AAA batteries, which not rechargeable.
I like this Phoenix, man, because it's a USB-C. And USB-C is what charges my phone. So I have one, or actually two chargers. I have a little power strip in my van, and I plug everything into that at the end of the day and just leave it charged. That thing is badass. So rechargeable flashlight and then the Leatherman tool I've been digging has been I just got them both the same like 2 weeks ago, and they're my everyday carry, and I'm liking them a lot right now.
Guess how many lumens that is though, Chris? That Olight, that small one.
120.
It's like 700 to 1,000 lumens, bro.
Hold on. Mine is like insane, bro. Phoenix, whatever mine is. Phoenix P36.
This is a magnet. You could stick this places inside of furnaces, boilers, whatever you're working on. It also comes with a head strap, so you can use it as a headlight. Boom.
Nice.
Okay, so how many lumens is this one, Joe?
Flash it. Give me a flash in the face, bud.
You ain't gonna be able to tell that from this.
I'm not.
Wait, watch. So
I'm gonna say Adam's is about 800. Yours is about 600.
mine's 1,600.
Oh, guys.
Yeah, I don't know what mine is because I don't care about numbers. All I care about is speed.
But I don't use the 1,600 because the 1,600 is going to burn through the
half
battery.
hour.
Is the lowest. Yeah, you got like 20 minutes of
You
use.
can braze with that flashlight, man.
No, but I do dig it. And it's not even about the super bright one, but just the fact that it's small and I can carry it on my tool belt. So I do carry these on my belt though. So, and I dig them. So
I want that flashlight that could start fires.
Is there a flashlight that can start fire?
Yep, 100%.
Never heard of it.
I don't know
the
why you
laser
need that,
Clive
but-
talked about on his channel that could bring down planes. No, I'm joking. But I want a powerful laser.
I saw a YouTube video about, those little pinpoint lasers.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's real or not, but somebody had one and they said it was like a shocking laser. Like you would shine it on somebody and they'd be like, oh.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
I don't know about shocking, but if you get the unregulated ones, they'll burn. So I imagine someone could be like, ow, that hurt. But
Wow.
I don't know. So what about you, Bill? What's your tool?
Oh, I got no good tools.
It's all good.
You haven't gotten anything new that you like?
I mean, I got the same tools, man. Just
It was fine.
No,
Fine.
perfect question. What about that bag? Did you end up liking that bag that I sent you, or do you? I'm going to tell you what I think you dislike about it, but you tell me.
Oh, that bag? I love that bag, man. I use that bag all the time.
Do you worry about the fact that it tips over every 2 seconds?
I mean, the only thing you have to be conscientious of is when you set it down, you kind of got to give it a little bit of a swing to make sure that shoulder strap flies out from underneath of it.
Because working in kitchens, you don't want that shoulder strap on the ground.
No. And if you're all willy-nilly and you just set it down, that thing will just fall right over.
Yep. I don't like the fact I bought the same bag for myself too, and I don't like the fact that is which one is it?
MB3B.
It's the one that's like a purse. It has a thing, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't buy you the purse one.
not the flap in the front. No, this
I
one's
bought the purse one for me. You have the one that has the zipper, but it's still
got the same sort of like a footprint on the bottom.
Yeah, that's right.
Where it's sort of narrow, but other than that, I mean, it's absolutely perfect. Holds all the tools. Got just enough extra space to get my hand in there. It's got the room for the tablet on the back, the hard bottom for the greasy floors.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you, Adam?
I just showed you my light.
Oh, you like? Well, you got to come up with your own original tool that you like.
Like what do you mean? Like what kind of? This is original. I'm not using your freaking Payless shoes flashlight. This is an Olight, bro.
This little light of mine.
Hey, this ain't no cheap flashlight, buddy. Okay.
What are we talking about? Like, is this like the newest tool we bought or what?
No, just could be any tool that helped you. That's something you want. Anything, dude. You know, people might want.
I thought I got.
I'd rather talk about my feelings.
Talk about your feelings too.
I don't have those.
I'm not sure if I have any cool tools.
No.
Do
That'd
I?
be cool, dude. I freaking show jumpers for God's sakes.
Yeah, that's true. You did show jumpers.
Yeah, that is.
I
But
did
those are
find
cool jumpers though.
Those PVC, like Clive said, dude, guys, like your fingers slip off them. One alligator goes this way, one alligator goes this way. So I figured, you know what? I want some.
You know what I did buy, which everyone's gonna laugh. Everyone in here is gonna laugh because I know a lot of people buy these tools called side cutters, aka dikes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you buy them. I've never liked them. I've never really liked them. My only thing is what I would use them for would be cutting zip ties, cutting wire, cutting things like that, blah, 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 you know, whatever. But I'm not cutting anything super thick. So Klein makes these like little miniature scissors. And I call them like, people like laugh at them. People call them nose hair trimmers. But as soon as you use them, you're like, wow, these are handy. You know, they're freaking handy to use.
They're strong.
And I lost them. And I got pissed off. And then I couldn't find where to buy them again. So I bought these Nipex ones. But the Nipex ones are like freaking $50.
Oh, yeah,
and then as soon as I bought it, I didn't bring it out to my truck and I could not find it anywhere. And it was gone. But then I cleaned my garage and I found it. So now I have these like little freaking stupid expensive nose hair trimmers.
Nice.
Dude, I get lit up in my comments whenever I put in a video that I cut a zip tie with my dikes. I get lit up from people.
What are they used for then?
I'm an inappropriate person. I have to use those tiny microscopic side angle cutters so that way
There's a sharp edge.
That I'm going to cut my artery with.
Actually, electricians, what I've heard from electricians is you're not supposed to cut them whatsoever. You're supposed to grab them with linesman pliers and twist them until they break off so you have no tail on it whatsoever.
Guess what? Shut up. If you're worried about getting cut by the tiniest little thing, it's not going to cut your damn artery, dummy.
With hands like this, you think I'm worried about getting cut with a zip tie?
I know. I every time that comes in, I'm like, did you guys really take the time to type out in my comments that I shouldn't cut zip ties with dikes? Like,
right?
It's like working on a cactus when Chris is done.
Because I'm going to go in there and roll on the zip ties or what?
Like, oh my God, I'm bleeding everywhere.
Remind me, I know Joe, me and Joe were talking about, Joe, you had a crazy boiler story.
Which one?
The one you were, the brand new NTI residential you were working on.
Oh, the NTI, guys. NTI, everything, anything underneath 200,000 BTUs below, they changed the design. And of course, the news never as good as the old. They used to show PSI on the screen. They don't show PSI on the screen. Okay, fine. They have an internal pump. It's like a combi. So they have the internal pump inside. Fine. I don't like it, but fine. They have this little small Takeo in there. It's probably smaller than a 007. Who knows? It's whatever. It's inside. The logic is different. They want operating pressure at 20 PSI. I did not know this. I got called back. My boiler's off. I go there. What the hell's going on here? My other boilers, NTIs, 13, 15%. I'm good. PSI. These boilers want 20 PSI. So that was one thing. Then I was getting another issue because they have the pressure switch on that boiler below on the suction side, the pump. So when it was shutting off or going on, when it was shutting off, it was creating like a vacuum, throwing my PSI off, shooting my relief sometimes, and sometimes going below 20 psi and giving me a cold, hard start, low pressure. It was just so wild.
Now, real quick, let's talk about
Yeah.
PSI. So a lot of times your boilers are in garages or whatever, first floor, and it's for snow melt. So you have absolutely zero lift whatsoever.
No lift.
No lift. So what do they say for PSI for a boiler? Basically, you just need to get the air out for a boiler to work, right?
Right, enough to get the air out.
What is the number? It's what is it? 2.34 pounds, 0.31, whatever pounds per. Rich is in here. Rich, what's the PSI? What's the PSI per foot of lift that you need? I think it's 2.3 something.
I think it's 3.1
per foot, right?
Yeah.
So you're running that boiler at 20 PSI for what? It's going nowhere.
Right.
Mhm.
Right. Then you start. I'm starting. Okay, then my pump. Okay, fine. My pump was a little big, so it was pulling a little bit from.
Joe is cute. Just wanted to say.
Nice.
What's cute?
So then when I shut it off, I call NTI because I go, this is messed up. I call NTI and I go, listen, when I'm shutting off, I'm getting this snowflake on and it's staying on. When I called earlier, the guy said, I'm not running off winter sensor, outdoor sensor reset. I don't want that. I want all the heat as possible. I don't want no outdoor reset. My control has a reset. I don't want no reset at all. Oh, it's disabled. If you don't have it hooked up, it's disabled. Well, when I'm shutting off my boiler, I hear the fan going. The motor going. It's starting to light up, off and on, and eventually gets out on code again because current, whatever. It's some bullshit like that. So I call again. I'm like, listen, guys, what's going on here? Why is my boiler staying on? There's no call. I see a snowflake on the screen, and my pump's going. Is this some antifreeze cycle? Yeah, it is. Well, the guy told me if I don't hook it up, it's not going to be using it. No, you got to go in the setting 145,678, and you got to go in the settings. And we were talking about this. Is their setup is so shit. Why not just print the damn word on the screen? And why use all these numbers for so many different things? I don't like that. It was pissing me off. They pissed me off, and I was just, geez. I got it going now, but I just so frustrated with all this software change. And it's like they don't test it sometimes. You know what I mean? And like I said, it's like the Well McLean's. Who else uses it, Adam? There's Well McLean, NTI, and some other boiler that use 4 perimeter 2 and 4.
Oh no, Navian uses
Navian.
it. Trying to think of the other one that we were talking about.
I can't remember. It's so it's so bogus. Like I did them. Like I'm on the phone with him already. Going before I'm ringing. I'm already taking off the outdoor reset. So I call. He's like, did you double? Yeah. Oh no, it's under this code. I go, what code? It's outdoor reset in the manual. No, it's under summer like some other
1.3467.
Yeah, like what? You know what?
Niner.
This is bullshit. Like, I'm here like thinking, why is my boiler going up? Oh, it's operating pressure at 20 psi. I go, well, my relief valve's at 30 psi
Joe,
that you send with the system.
Ted is irritated that you got snowflakes on your screen.
Me too. They never did this before. They never had a snowflake before. Oh man, that cheesed me off. What's he saying?
What did you say? I fucking didn't hear a single thing.
Hey, what?
Could you repeat that?
Are we live
I'm just
now?
ranting, guys. The new design just pissed me off, and
I just fucking with you, dude. Me and Bill are having a conversation in the chat.
We're getting all different. Joe, what is the right? I thought it was 2.34.
Hey, thanks, Zach.
Rich is saying 0.414. Everyone's got a different number for feet per lift.
Let's say you wanted like head, like feet. Let's say you're going from head. You want to convert it. You have to do a 2.31. It's 2.31 for head to PSI.
How many gigawatts is that?
I don't know. What the hell is gigawatts?
I'm in some hydronic
88.8 miles an hour.
I'm in some hydronic Facebook group with Europeans, and they're always talking about gigawatts.
Oh yeah, kilojoules or whatever.
Gigawatts.
So I gotta just say something real quick. Totally change the subject just for a second. But the stupidity in emails that I get. This is a marketing guy. He says, "Hey there, I stumbled on your website, HVACR videos," and then he gives me a compliment on my website, and then he asks me, he's wondering if he's he's wondering if I'd like to start an e-commerce store on my website.
Do it.
Okay.
But
Did you tell me like that's your whole website?
Did you not look at my website?
That's what my website is.
It's all that, right?
Oh, that reminds me. I might be adopting a son. What's his name? I think his name is Pandouche from Zimbabwe.
Oh yeah. You got an email today saying you want to. Yeah.
Let me bring that up here.
Immigration request. I forgot about that.
Yes.
Why do you guys get all the cool emails?
Is that your first?
Yes. I'll leave his name out, but I'm going to call him Pandouche.
So
Pandouche
what?
Ghazali.
BCP.
Let's do this. From now on, every immigration request you get, forward to me. Like say, hey, my buddy Chris might be able to help you. And then I'll forward you all mine. Like, hey, my buddy Bill might be able to help you.
But the thing was, like, he wants me to bring him to Canada. And I responded. I said, no, sorry, eh? Like, I'm not even from Canada, dude.
Like my best buddy Joe can help you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, let me give you his phone number.
We should forward each other those things.
Joe will definitely send you his address for mailing.
I'd be like, well, I'll sponsor you, but you got to come to my house and you got to clean my house and do my dishes and stuff.
Speaking of that, dude, my wife was thoroughly freaked out about these, Joe.
Are those?
Oh, that's awesome. Look at those guys. Look at those.
Nice.
My wife is so freaked out
He's
because
not laid. He's lying that night.
I
Bam.
haven't had guy friends in a long time.
Those look like short. Are those short shorts?
These are my boxer briefs, my friend.
Are those short though? Those are short.
No, they're good size. They're good size.
They look a little shiny. Are they silk? They silk.
Joe didn't know that things come out the bottom of them, so like they should have been a little bit longer. But I'm that's the thought that counts. So
I went with the average. One with the average.
You guys got like the longest, saggiest balls ever?
no, not those. Thing. I shouldn't have said plural. Thing.
Oh, okay. Say, I might want to go to a doctor and have that like tucked up or something.
What was that fuck up you
I
did?
told my wife, I said, these are the
What's
funniest
that?
Christmas gift I've ever gotten. And she's like, I don't understand it. That's the stupidest thing ever. Why would a guy send you
Like
a pair of boxers with his face on it? But she just doesn't get it.
her girlfriend.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden the music started. Chicka bow bow. Swirling.
Mhm.
I'm sending mine. I still didn't get mine yet, Joe.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I don't
Maybe
know
your wife just took them. You don't know.
I don't know if I gave this enough attention on the
Look at that face.
but Bill
I forgot about that.
sent me a Big Trouble in Little China shirt. And on top of that,
Does it fit?
dude didn't skimp. Yeah, it's a large and it's a Bella canvas, dude. Bella
Nice.
canvas is what I use for my shirts. So
Oh wow.
Yeah, I totally knew that. I planned it all out.
Did you and Joe trade cameras, Chris? Or
I don't know what's going on with my camera. I think I need to turn autofocus off.
that was a great movie. That movie has Raiden from Mortal Kombat in it.
I think that's where they got
Thomas Jane is the guy.
dude. I've been thinking about that. I need to go rewatch that movie because it is just an amazing classic. Like just everything about that. When the guy that's driving the Mustang is wearing the glasses with the freaking lines in them, like come on.
When I do get my drawers in the mail, I'm sending them to Jessica Egan.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Go for it.
We're probably gonna have to start getting like 100 of those printed off a week.
Yeah.
So we can
I
sell
agree,
them.
Bill.
Joe
Jessica's
Bob.
even. Was it Craig? It's Craig, right? He's gonna be calling me up, thanking me.
Or maybe I'll send Craig the underwear and I'll send Jessica the
Banana phone.
banana.
Oh my!
Yeah, she's like, yes.
Like no. Yeah, that's a tool you need to review right there.
Yeah, you're right, Bill.
Hello? I can't hear. It sounds muffled in here.
Hey, can you call it again so it shakes around a little bit?
Come on, man. What is this with Joe's camera over here?
Chris, stop being ugly.
What is going on?
Come on, man.
High five.
Oh, good
There you
grief.
go.
So, Adam, why don't you share what that little screw up you did this week? It wasn't a screw up, but it's a lesson learned.
I got stumps pretty good. We're gonna bring it back to residential because Joe wants to.
Yeah, let's do
Yeah,
it.
wait. I'm on pins and needles over here.
So I was working on a Nordyne furnace, and I found out because there's no name tag on it that it was actually a heat controller. I don't know where they got it from because nobody sells heat controller around us.
I never heard of it.
So Nordyne 80% furnaces are widely known for ignition issues because their boards go bad.
Mm-hmm.
So much so that I know the model number of their circuit boards, 903106. If you ever have a Nordyne, that's probably the board that goes bad on it.
Yeah.
And me and another guy would always have jokes around, you know, when they say, "Oh, I have a Frigidaire furnace," and be like, "It's probably it's the board. It's always the board. It's always the board, right?" So I go there. Let me tell you the issue. You go there, draft motor starts, pressure switch makes, and igniter starts. And when the gas valve goes to turn on, the igniter stops immediately. The voltage to the gas valve stops, and the blower motor comes on immediately. So what is it, Joe? It's a funky freaking sequence, right?
You would think, yeah.
What do you think? Like, it's got to be the board. It's a Nordyne.
Plus, you have the rep for a board. Yeah, sure.
That's the first thing I thought. I'm like, what else could it be, right? Replace the board.
Which you had extra, right? You had an extra.
I had another board because we like changing those boards a lot. And guess what? Didn't fix the problem. So
keep going.
So I'm going to give you a little short version of the story. So anyways, what I figured out was when I pulled the wire off the gas valve, one of the wires off the gas valve, it goes through the regular sequence. And, you know, you send a proper amount, the proper timing, voltage to the gas valve. And then if it doesn't make, it will try over again. The blower doesn't come on, everything else. I'm like, it's got to be something goofy with the gas valve, right? What else could it be? But the thing was, what I did then was I applied power directly to the gas valve, and I opened the gas valve. I'm like, this is so weird. Why is this gas valve opening? Why is this happening? I don't understand it. Like, you know, and mind you, I already checked all my limit circuits. Checked the pressure. No. You don't even know the ending to the story, Joe.
Master gave me the idea, but go ahead.
You don't even know the ending to the story.
Okay.
So it's not the pressure switch. And then I was thinking, because then I saw on the sidewall, they had conduit there, and whoever hacked the job in, they used greenfield, no ground in the greenfield. I'm like, it's got a bad ground. I'm going to run a ground. I ran the ground. Guess what? Didn't fix the problem.
I had a boat that ran aground once.
All right, so the ending of the story was it wasn't the gas valve. This is such a beginning freaking newbie thing, which I should have caught, but it didn't make sense for me to even check this. You know what it was? I pulled the freaking thermostat wire off and I jumped R to W, and it worked like a fucking champ.
Oh my God, are you serious?
It was the thermostat wire that was causing it. There was something going on, a short somewhere in the freaking thermostat.
Oh my! What kind of wire was it?
It was like 20 gauge wire, 24 or whatever.
Shielded or like
just regular?
What color was it?
Red, green, yellow, and white.
Yeah, but there's okay. Never mind. Okay. Wow, that's nuts.
I mean, I wouldn't have. I've never, dude. I would not have told. I usually, if it's something goofy like a short or something else, I'm pulling the thermostat wire right away.
What's good is your experienced tech. You have a board handy. You had the gas valve handy. That's what's good. You know, but I wish you have to put on your board, guys. You guys could vouch for me too. You got to put that song, right? That "Oh No" song.
But hold on, let me tell you something. I did the right thing. I pulled the board off. I put the original board back on.
Yeah.
I took everything I tried off. I wasn't like the freaking. I felt like a parts changer. I felt like Chris's background changer over there.
Yeah. Yep.
But
I have to say that I was incorrect. It is not a Mustang. It's an 86 Firebird. I don't know why, but the glasses I was talking about was these super horribly stereotypical Asian glasses that are totally messing
Where
up.
did Chris go? He just disappeared in this dude on the screen.
See that? You like that, huh?
The internet has him
Not
now.
Big Trouble in Little China, though. This guy was wearing these. That's what I was thinking.
Honestly, Adam, like, we all do it sometimes.
It was just a dumb mistake.
It happened. Like,
It was stupid. You know what I ended up with? I told him the problem. I said, you needed it. And I tried pulling the wire so I could run a new wire up for him because it was the wire, not the thermostat. I tested the thermostat and it was like wrapped around. You know how people wrap it around screws or nails and you can't pull it down?
Yeah.
I told him, like, I could either mess with this or I could do a wireless thermostat for you. And she's like, my brother's a contractor. I said, all right, let me tell you what. So I took I took the thermostat and I just hooked it up. I threw it in the blower compartment. I said, all right, let your brother fix it.
Wow. Hey, listen.
What is going on here? Oh my god, that's funny.
I mean, hey, I'm telling you, I'm not proud of it. I'm not proud of
Your
it.
brother's a contractor. Why were you even there?
He couldn't figure it out. But hopefully he could figure out how to run the wire.
No, probably not.
Hey, but,
He knows that you're ripping him off, though.
yeah, no kidding.
Sorry, I seen yesterday. I not that I would have done the work, but one of the biggest residential sales company in Southern California pulls up to my neighbor's house yesterday, and then I've seen him at my neighbor's parents' house down the street too. And it's like I wouldn't have done their stuff for them, but I remember thinking like you could have at least asked me, and I could have given you guys someone besides the biggest residential sales company in the area that all they do is sell crap, you know, like kind of blew my mind that nobody bothers to like, and they all know what I do. We're all friends. We talk. And again, I wasn't going to do the work, so I don't feel like they cut me out of anything. I just figured I could have saved them some money, but
let me tell you something too about this thermostat wire. There was a call for heat. There was a freaking call for heat. So like when you flip the switch on the furnace, the thing has got a call. Everything seemed normal. There was no.
I thought you were done talking.
I know. I'm sorry.
No. I mean, I
it's
genuinely
embarrassing.
thought. Did I step on you there?
No. I was.
Okay.
I'm embarrassed. I just want to like walk away into the sunset right now.
Oh yeah,
Hey, I got a story that's equally as embarrassing, just on a different level.
Do it.
I almost really made a mess at a restaurant. So I don't think I told this story last week because it was last week that this happened. I was working on a fryer and I had to change out what's called a discard valve. When they get rid of the oil, it's like a dump valve or whatever, just a solenoid. It's literally a solenoid valve. And it just opens up and their pump motor shoots all the oil down this drain line into a big tank out back. And then once a month, the truck comes and sucks it out of there. And so I was looking at that, trying to figure out what was wrong with it. And I got to a point where I'm like, well, I'm going to quote to replace that valve because it's just acting funky. It's got intermittent issues. I put the cover on, pushed the fryer back, and I walked away. Then I got on the phone. And I was talking to another guy from our company. He's really good with hot side stuff. And he gave me a couple suggestions. Like, you know what? I think I'm going to try that one thing you said. I'm going to bypass that solenoid valve, see if it still does what it should do. And I go back there, pull the fryer back out. I'm like, I'm going to take another look at this. And the manager's like, but we're going into lunch. I'm like, listen, shut your face. I'm going to pull this out. You're going to like it, okay? Took the cover off the back. And I forgot to put the oil line back onto the solenoid. If they would have tried to filter that, they would have just shot 350-degree grease like all over the side of the wall, all over the floor, like just everywhere. But you know what pisses me off is like I got real lucky. And if I hadn't have talked to that other guy, he gave me that bright idea to like go try this, and I wouldn't have went back there. I would have got a call
Was that
2 hours later.
Was that the problem that he told you to check though?
Well, I figured out the problem. It's actually somebody inside those solenoid valves. There's a little white bushing with a spring, and somebody, when they put that valve on there, put that white bushing in backwards. Even though it's like you got to force it in backwards. I don't know how you can actually do this without realizing it's in backwards. Somebody, you guys know who, put it in backwards, and it wouldn't open with that spring pressure pushing up against the plunger. So I just flipped it back around and put it back together. But I was like, man, you know, that's like a rookie mistake. How do you just leave an oil line off like that? You know?
Wow. Hey, you can oversee that.
Everyone's making mistakes. It happens, right?
You know, I think we're getting old.
Bill, did you get that email? He said he was going to email you too. The guy that was asking about switching to industrial refrigeration or industrial.
Yeah.
He was asking me, let's call him. He wanted to remain anonymous because he didn't want people to know his name. So
It's not the guy that wanted us to adopt him, right?
Yeah, that's a different one. We got to give this guy a name because I need to tell the story here.
Mufasa.
Mufasa.
And
All right.
guys in the chat could give their feedback, what they think too.
Yeah, we kind of went the idea. So Mufasa worked for
Mama Missy, Mama.
copyright infringement. You just got demonetized. Dude.
Oh my god, he wasn't that good.
No, but he was asking about switching from his current trade to industrial air conditioning, I think. And he was asking me for kind of tips on, what my thoughts were with the matter. And I'm kind of, I don't know. So he, from what he says, if it's true, he says that he's pretty experienced in what he's doing and he's pretty comfortable with what he's doing. But the other company, it just seems like a new challenge for him. And he was kind of curious on whether or not he should take that challenge. And
that's kind of like the guy that emailed me
last week, right?
Yeah, the guy. Yeah.
Well, it's funny. People always email both of us now.
I'm getting like a rash of these.
Yeah.
It's a good kind of rash anyway.
So, I mean, I kind of told the guy, as long as the guy leaves if he chooses to do so, as long as the guy leaves his existing company on good terms, I would imagine that he would be rehireable. So let's just say if this new change in careers was going to be something that he didn't like 6 months later, I would imagine he could always go back. But I also told him, I said, be prepared when he puts in notice with his existing company, they may offer him something he can't resist.
Yeah.
Refuse.
Yeah, I compare it to like what you do is pretty much like a specific part of the trade. You just do refrigeration mostly. You dabble in exhaust hoods every once in a while, but like you do only refrigeration. So I look at it as like if you were to switch to industrial refrigeration, like you got the background, and like let's say you just get bored of crawling around restaurant floors, working on reach-in coolers, and you're like, you know what? I want to work on some million BTU chillers and shit. The thing I would see in your situation, let's just say theoretically it's you. Like, again, you have the background.
Don't tell my dad that I'm thinking about changing careers, but go ahead.
He's right over there.
Yeah.
But, like you have the background, but, it's like a whole new challenge for you. Like all this stuff would be brand new to you again. But, is that... would it be worth the risk, the new challenge that you would have?
I mean, it's definitely would be starting over in a way. I mean, the fundamentals would still be there, but I mean, if that person if he was going to go to industrial, Mufasa, that's what his name is, right? If he was going to go to industrial,
douche Mufasa,
bend over.
Chris, I think you're having you're getting some leftover questions in the chat from your show because you don't answer the questions in your show, so they won't.
What am I getting questions about?
They're questioning about getting questions.
Weaver, what tape is that? Sorry, buddy, I'm drawing a blank here.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I don't always respond to the questions because sometimes I'm busy or I respond with my friends. But yeah, I'll show you guys the interesting ones.
Exactly.
But I think that, again, I mean, of course, as a business owner, I don't want to lose any employees. Like that's the worst thing is losing employees.
Mm-hmm.
But on the flip side, as an employee, I feel like the older you get, the harder it's going to be to change and learn new things. So, I mean, if you can, and if your family can handle the change, new experience is always a good thing.
And all those changes, man, sometimes I think it's just a young man's game.
Mm.
Like when you start getting old, like
us,
like you guys.
Yeah.
Old like you guys.
I think I'm the youngest here.
How old are you?
37. I was born in 83.
Yeah, you are the youngest.
Trying to think of who I was who was I just talking to? It was probably one of you guys because you guys are the only people I talk to.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like when you're old though, when you're old, you learn like you're not as fast as you once were, but like old dude tricks.
Yeah, but I think when you're older, you don't make the new guy mistakes anymore. Like you put logic behind your decisions, I would think.
And I think you have either maybe a combination of humility and confidence. So know what you know, you're humble about it, you can learn. And, the stuff you do know, you're confident. They're like, hey, I can do that. I can do this. This is what I can do. This is what I can't do. And I think maybe that would help.
Yeah. Hopefully you're old enough that you don't have that cockiness about you anymore, that you're too good to learn anything.
Yeah, exactly. Like when you're trying to work on a furnace and you don't bypass the thermostat.
Yeah.
So what did you tell him, Bill? Because like I told him I thought it would be as long as his family could handle the decision and he wasn't going to put anybody at risk. Like I think it was a good idea.
Yeah. No, I didn't mention anything about his family because his name was Pandoosh Mufasa, and I'm like, yeah, he probably doesn't have a family with a name like that. But
I would ask people about their family, like, hey, can your family handle the change, kind of a thing. You know,
like, hey, before we get to the thick of things, do you and your family take matching pajama pictures too?
can you stop giving me crap again? You guys nobody has given me props about how I'm not using foul language anymore.
The old stuff's better.
I'm working so hard to not use foul language, and none of you guys are even realizing I'm doing it. I need to.
You're doing a good job.
Actually, you know what? Ted is the only person in the chat that told me in the beginning I'm the best because I wasn't using foul language anymore.
Yeah, he loves that. What do you guys? Sorry,
said I think that was a typo.
Oh. The northern guys were colder climate people. Do any of you guys have that Milwaukee jacket?
I've always thought about buying that. The
powered one.
I've tried it on. There's like dude, you got to carry the freaking thing, and it's not even in your pocket. It's in like in your back.
I don't know. See,
yeah, it's like the
sit down on the battery. I've never put one on. Does it hurt?
It's just weird.
They make a sweater like that. Check this out. Look at this. Oh snap! Look at that field piece. Oh, but they make a sweater.
Listen, we are done having infomercials for Chris's Stefanovich's sponsor.
I have nothing to do with Field Piece. I am not sponsored by Field Piece yet. I am not yet.
Reminds me, I got to drink out of my Honeywell cup at least 15 times.
Anyway, nice.
You know that my Honeywell cup is broken, and
I ran out of tea like the first 5 minutes of the show. I just keep doing that.
I'm thinking of the Milwaukee, or I have somebody who. Sorry,
bedtime tea.
Like
we're talking about tea now, Joe. Okay, because we're old.
No, the chamomile sleepy time tea is my favorite, dude. If that's the one I'm drinking, yep, that stuff is awesome.
Milwaukee jacket, chamomile tea, you're done.
It's made by Celestial and it has a teddy bear on the front. Is that the same one?
My wife has that kind. I have the Yogi.
Oh, Yogi. Okay, no, I do the Celestial.
Heated vest, yeah. Good timing, Adam. Heated vest, that's pretty cool.
Good timing.
Let's go back to your heated blanket and crossword puzzles, Joe.
Hey, wait. You guys didn't even acknowledge my hey, what up? I gave hints earlier and nobody.
What?
Oh, Randy.
Right? Thanks, Bill. Good. Yeah.
Where did you go?
Number one fan. Nobody's even acknowledging the fact that I've been giving hints the whole time.
That dog needs to shut up.
Yeah. Was that you, Chris, doing that?
That's me. I was just joking. What up, Randy? What up, Luke?
There's the bark. No, honestly, Carhartt, somebody showed me. Carhartt makes a nice winter jacket, and it's called Full Swing. So you know how you wear those winter jackets? If you move, the whole jacket moves with you, and it's just weird and it's cumbersome.
I have a Carhartt jacket that does that.
Right. Well, these ones called Full Swing and Full Swing, and it's like you're movable, like your arm is separate from your jacket. It's like it's warm, it looks nice, and
so out of curiosity, is like the jacket different and the sleeves are different? Like how does
I don't think so. If you look it up, I was looking it up, and it doesn't seem like they're different, but just maybe the way they're sewn, maybe they're a little bit lighter.
I have a Carhartt that's almost like a bomber jacket. It has the cuffs on the sleeves, and it has like a thing. It has a hood, but it's like when you move it, the whole thing
moves the whole thing. I wonder if it's probably not the Full Swing. Cause I don't know if the Full Swing thing that's new.
I stopped wearing jackets a couple years ago. In the winter, I use the Carhartt thermal hoodies.
Oh,
and then I'll have like another shirt or two underneath it, and that's all I got, bro.
I wear a hoodie, and then I'll throw a winter jacket on if I'm going to be up on a roof all day.
Right. Yeah. If I'm like on a roof, I'll like for a long period of time, I'll throw a jacket on. But like for the most part, no jacket.
I'm more curious about this heated blanket jacket that Joe was talking about from Milwaukee.
Me too. If you're on a roof, Bill, this thing will get you nice and toasty.
I don't know. I just see stuff like that. Like it sounds nice and cool and everything, but I'm like, well, I've been getting along just fine with the way I do it now.
You know what I
But
want to get
What
from
happens
Milwaukee?
if you fall in a puddle? Are you gonna die?
Probably get electrocuted.
Definitely.
No.
I want to get that. Did you guys see that like little inverter or whatever it is that Milwaukee has that you just clip onto a battery?
Oh yeah, that's great.
That you can plug your crap into.
I want to
Yeah.
get it so bad.
What do you
Why?
try to run a grinder with that thing? It's all.
I know.
All you can do is run a battery charger. That's about all it can run.
No, it could run more than that. There's people on YouTube. They have like coffee machines on the thing and this and that.
I tried
Yeah.
to run a grinder.
Maybe if you plug it into one of those giant batteries, but I don't know.
I can even run a grinder off like my inverter in my van that's hooked up to my battery.
Yeah, no, because it's not a big enough inverter.
When is, speaking of inverters and electrifying everything, when is Nate Adams coming to your house, Bill?
Oh yeah.
30th.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What day is that?
Oh, see, that's perfect because I'm making a video with Nate Adams on the 20th. So
What day is that? What day does it fall on?
Saturday.
Oh, I'm coming
Well,
over.
why don't you talk about it a little bit? You know, a couple
Do
minutes?
you have a spare bedroom?
Sure do.
Sweet.
is it in a drafty, cold basement that you're going to try to solve?
Okay, well, it's not technically a bedroom because you have to have a closet in a bedroom. It's really what some people would call a pit.
It's really the living room, and everybody has to pass through
He
it.
said
But it's
it's
okay, Adam.
it's a
Don't need
pit.
worry.
In a
He said-
basket, I lower like lotion down to you.
It puts
Your house is so old; it has one of those.
it
Yeah.
puts the lotion in the basket or it gets the hose again.
I wish that I had a house that, like, 30 years after living in it, you could find something that you never knew existed in your house. Like, that would be so awesome.
That would be.
There's a spot in my basement, and I don't know what's
we have.
in there, but it's like, you know, okay, you got a square house, right? Basement square too, but there's this one section. It's probably I don't know, like a 5x5 square up against the wall, and it's all bricked off and concreted in. I don't know if there's anything inside there or what it is.
Jimmy Hoffa's in there.
Could be. I don't know.
Jimmy Hoffa, dude.
Like it's weird. And then underneath the stairs, there's like a little secret door. That's where I hide my Christmas presents.
It was Henry Ford was the one that buried Jimmy Hoffa. Like, Jimmy Hoffa pissed off Ford, and then he moved to Michigan and then buried him in
My house, in some random house, and in the place I live.
Yep. They took the train, and then they got off the train parked, and then he got off, and then he walked in and then buried him in the basement.
I mean, the timeline would match up. I mean, my house is 127 years old, so
I hope so, because I feel like I just said something really stupid. It was Henry Ford alive still when Jimmy Hoffa died?
I'm gonna say yes.
When was
But I don't
that?
know.
Like when was Hoffa alive? Like the 80s or something?
No idea.
No, when did Hoffa go missing? I think it was the 70s, dude.
1972.
I think it was 74 and a half.
Mm-hmm. July. July day.
There's something talking about PCM, ECM. Like, are you replacing the X13s? Like, what do you?
Yeah, I don't understand that question. Someone keeps asking a question about converting PSCs to save customers money, maybe?
Let's get back to this
Hey,
data.
Chris, your book, your refrigeration book from Dick Wurs is showing.
That's the AHR. But I don't understand why that happened.
Nate Adams is coming over on the 30th, and I am super curious to see what he's going to find in my drafty house.
Blower door, right?
It's like, I don't even know. I've tried to measure I've tried to do the blower door test on my own house using like a box fan and a sheet, and it didn't work because I'm assuming my house is really, really drafty.
A box fan and a sheet.
Is that I mean, that's how you do it, right?
All right.
Yeah.
Are you gonna make a video?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So if
Man.
I come, I'm gonna make a video about you making a video about Nate Adams.
Do it. Do you remember? Do you
Have
remember?
a third person making a video about Adam, making a video about Bill, making a video about Nate Adams.
And we could do that on Zoom.
We'll FaceTime Chris, and he'll be just watching, like recording his screen with a camera.
If Nate doesn't show up in a Tesla, I'm gonna be super discouraged
Well, why would he?
because he's electrifying everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you prepared to unhook your gas meter? Because Nate's going to take your gas meter away, bro. He's taking it.
Heat pump.
He'll have to fight me for it.
Nope. Nate already said, dude, he's coming up there and he's disconnecting the gas coming in, and he's taking your gas meter with him.
You better bring some equipment then.
I have to say, I saw a conversation between Jim Bergman and Nate Adams on Facebook, And Jim Bergman.
Comment was pretty funny.
Oh yeah.
He's like, settle down over there with your electrifying. He's like, I feel like you take all these gas meters off and you hang them in your living room like deer heads.
Yeah.
That was a good comment feed to read through. There's some pretty funny things going back and forth.
He's probably got a story for each one. Like, that's the one I got that out of Columbus, Ohio.
Instead of deer heads or moose heads, he has gas meters.
I don't know. I'm real curious to see how the whole process goes.
Yeah.
I'm hoping I get a good heat load calculation so I can move forward with my gut and my boiler. And
Oh, I see what you're doing here. You just wanted someone to come out and do a load calculation for you. So you like convinced Nate to come.
But I also, one of the things I also have to take in consideration is that all these walls are uninsulated. They're old and drafty. And so I need to figure out exactly what I need to heat the house currently, and then sort of get a better idea of, as I go through remodeling the house and insulate it better, where I'm gonna wind up in the end.
I think he's gonna probably tell you where you need to focus on insulating.
Well, yes, that I do need to know that as well. Like,
I don't think Nate is going to give you a load calculation, though. I think that Nate's just going to give you a blower door number so you can do an appropriate load calculation that's more accurate.
I think that the load calculation is super easy once you have the blower door.
Once you have the blower door number, because you're no longer he
doesn't give me a load calculation. I will push him right down those stairs.
I was showing. I think I showed you guys in the group. I remember that the blueprint of that attic, and the engineer spec'd a 60,000 BTU furnace. Now, I don't know why it was way oversized. It was like what 20,000 BTU heat load. And he sized a 60,000 BTU furnace. Don't know why. Heat load and everything. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know if they don't know they're smaller than 60,000. But anyways.
Well, a lot of guys think that for 95, 60,000 is the smallest you can get. And in
really? You're right.
Some brands that is the smallest you can get.
Because the guy approached us, he's like, "You gotta help me out here." And this guy's saying 60,000. What can you get? One call, dude. There's a few of them that do under 60,000.
So I got this in the mail today. Can you see who it's from?
It's from Chris Stevens.
No, look who it's from. It's from Nate Adams.
Nate
Adams.
It's from Nate Adams. Look at. Oh, you can't see that. Hold on.
No, I can't.
He FedEx it. That's like high class. That's Ted Cook status.
Right? You can't see it, but so I go to my mailbox today because it says I have a package.
Are you showing his address on YouTube?
Well, let me tell you. Okay, and it said it's from Nate Adams, and I'm like, what is Nate sending me? So I open it up, and it's my W-2s. It's a different Nate Adams. But I opened it going, why would he send me something? Like, what the heck? How did he get my address? What would he do? No, apparently the person that works at my payroll company's name is Nate Adams, spelled the same. And I was like, what is this? And then, it was just W-2s. I just thought that was funny. So, no, I did not just show the Nate Adams that we know his address. That's my payroll company.
It's like right on par with a boiler story.
Yes. No, I segued into a perfect thing.
Segued right into a wet fart.
That was segued. No, come on.
By the way, I'll be getting that job. It's I think it's all exposed. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be all exposed venting. Sorry, I cut you off.
Just lean on that, Joe. It's all right.
It's just watching, waiting for that thing to fall right over. There we go. Suck it in,
this guy's sitting on that thing like a Mongolian.
Mongolian, bro. Cross legs and everything. Fucking
Pandouche Mufasa over there.
Camera. God damn it, Joe. You sent me your stupid camera. It's freaking going in and out.
Hey, Joe, Amana makes 30,000 BTU furnaces.
Same with who would I call? I can't remember what I call him now. Amana does, because I know Goodman does as well. But I didn't call them. There was someone else I called. I think it was
Is there a manufacturer that doesn't make a 30,000 BTU furnace?
I think it was York. York makes 40,000.
You need to have a wet fart noise after that.
We need a wet fart noise.
We do.
Oh, wait. I have another quick story before we end this.
Go ahead.
I pulled my dad's York modulating furnace out.
Oh, yeah. I heard.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you put in?
in a manna.
Hey, bring it with you. I'll put it in my garage.
No, you won't.
What?
He has probably at least 2 to 3 problems with that every freaking year. That thing's a big turd.
Perfect.
Right after he says the amount. What's going on here, guys?
I'm sorry. I distract everybody from everything. I'm so
sorry. Let me just say it. Rich, it was given to me. The heat load was given to me by the you can say the sales guy with blueprints and everything. I'm gonna be posting it, and the guy was telling me to look at it. Is telling me help me out, and all of a sudden I see whole heat load 20,000, and the engineer is quoting 60,000 BTU furnace. So I don't know. Is it like, do they have something on their blackboard saying 60,000 for 20? I don't get it. Maybe they don't know, but anyways, I'll be posting that. It's pretty crazy. Hopefully, I'll be taking a video of the install too.
That sounds bonkers.
Yeah.
Literally on the edge of my seat.
you got to go duty.
It's so close to me. I have to sit here.
Are you peeking? Like, is it poking out?
It's called prairie dogging.
Prairie dog.
Prairie dogging.
Prairie dogging.
Peeking turtle, dude. It's like just kind of peeking out.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. See, that's why I know what I'm talking about when I said peeking.
Of course you know what you're talking about. We're talking about poo. You're a subject matter expert.
I'm a refined person. I don't have any more poo stories. I'm out of poo stories.
What's it? A poo connoisseur.
Poo connoisseur.
It is
Yes.
yeah, you do refine, and then it turns into.
Let's face it. Let's face it. Chris is just full of shit.
And
Oh,
Can we hit the like button, people?